Luke, I am your father.
Oh, didn't see you guys there. Not doing anything odd. Alright, it is officially 12:38. It is fix the camera. It is September 9th, 2012. 9/9/12. Anyhow, it is time for a new video. I said that I would upload a video on September 9th, and I'm really fucking bored right now, so I figured I'll do another video. So it's September 9th, decided to do this video early in the morning, because I want to make sure it gets out there. So welcome to the fourth episode. Wow. The fourth episode of Is It Real? Now, if you're one of my subscribers, you would know that I have officially changed the name from Are They Real to Is It Real? The reason being is because I decided I'm not gonna put two topics in every video. Now, some of them still will have two topics every video in the video, but not everyone. Like this one, for example, is pertaining to one. So let's get down to business. So on this episode of Is It Real, is pertaining to the Amityville horror. Now, if you're not familiar with this, what happened was, back in the 1970s, a family moved in to this really nice house. Was it Long Island, New York? Pretty sure it was. Believe it was Long Island, New York, whatever. Not too sure if I'm right. Anyway, just let's move on. Anyhow, they moved into this house. And apparently the son, the eldest son, I believe it was, yeah, the eldest son started hearing voices. So this really brings us to kind of what my previous videos pertained to, ghosts and curses. So if those do exist, then this house is definitely haunted and definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, is definitely cursed. So apparently he started hearing voices, and long story short, he killed everybody in his house, while they were all still in their bed. And the reason, so apparently, I believe his name was Ronald. Oh my God, I can't remember their last name. Sorry, I'm really sorry, guys. But his name was Ronald, and he was the eldest son. And he killed them all with a shotgun. Now, what shocked everybody, and why so many people do buy that the house is haunted, is simply because he went on to say, the house is haunted, I heard voices, basically I became possessed in a way, and it made me kill my family. In the movies you hear the voices in his head, and it's saying stuff like, catch him, kill him. That was something, I don't know if Ronald himself actually came out and said that himself, that it was actually catch him, kill him, that the voices said to him, or if that was just made for more entertainment purposes from Hollywood. Whichever the case, it was still creepy in the movies. And so to this day, he's pretty much proclaimed his innocence of being responsible. I believe he has changed his story here and there, but overall, what's remained suspicious to everybody is the simple fact that he was able to kill them all in the beds without waking the others. So apparently that's what really shocks everybody. And now, with the exception of it being a rather spacey large home, with the exception that I believe it was storming that night, a shotgun blast is a shotgun blast. And I've had somebody fire a shotgun. I was here, I don't know, they were maybe 10 feet away from me, and they shot a shotgun blast, and it was incredible power. It actually kind of blew me back. So I could just imagine how loud in the house that was, and for none of them to hear that, and they all just remained in their beds and were killed while sleeping. It's very unexplainable. How was that possible? And that's why so many people believe the house is haunted. It's an evil house, essentially. Now, of course, a lot of people would sit there and say, well, if this house was so evil, if it made, him kill his family, blah, 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 why didn't it do it to anyone else. Well, it actually did. Before the murders actually, I mean, was it before? Yeah. So after the murders had taken place, a new family moved in. And these people never changed their story. They stayed true to their story and always seemed very sincere when talking about it. They said they moved in full well aware from the realtor when they were looking at it, because the house apparently in real life and in the movies, they said that the house had been discounted an exceptional amount. So, you know, I mean, this was a nice fancy house in an expensive part of New York. Well, New York's expensive, so you could imagine. And, you know, it just really wasn't in their price range. But when they came across this house, the Amityville horror house, it turns out that it was actually perfect. You know, they could afford it. It was in their budget. Blah blah blah. Long story short, they move in. I think they lasted I want to say they lasted 28 days in the house. I know the 28 days movie, 28 weeks later now. But, you know, we got to remember this happened a long time before that movie even came out. So it had no connection to 28 days later, obviously. So, you know, they lasted like right under a month in the house before they said fuck it and left. So basically what they said was like they had a crucifix hanging on the wall. Crucifix, if you don't know what that is, it's a cross with Jesus Christ on it. A lot of religious homes like to hang them in their house. And they hung it in their house, and apparently when they came out it was turned upside down, which, if you don't know what that means, signifies, I should say, that basically signifies that it's the Antichrist. That's why it's turned upside down. That was also shown in the movie. They said that they would hear stuff, they would hear voices, and basically the father of this family, I guess, started to feel feelings of evil, like he wanted to harm his family, and that's pretty much what essentially made them escape. Now, of course, the Amityville horror that they brought out with Ryan Reynolds, who I do enjoy watching, he's a good actor. They definitely blew it way out of proportion, you know, but you got the idea, you know. The house was trying to turn him evil like it did the first guy, and it failed because they got away. So basically what happened was, long story short, all this weird, evil, possession type bullshit started happening. And apparently what happened was they packed up they didn't pack up anything. They just took their pajamas on, they just took what was on them, which were pajamas at the time, and they got in the speedboat and got the fuck out of there. And that was it. They left all their possessions. They did not want to go back. They said no way. And to this day, that's the story they stick with. I've watched interviews with these people, and they really do seem sincere. Now, if they are or not, we'll never know. Only they know if they're bullshitting or not. But in the end, two families have been through this. The people that have recently lived in the house and who are willing to talk about the house. Hold on, I gotta get a drink. I know this is not Coca-Cola. I actually have Pepsi in here. I know. Ooh. Excuse me. The people that have recently lived in the house, one family actually did accept an interview, and they said that they found nothing weird about the house at all. It was just a house. They didn't get any weird feelings from it. They never heard anything. They never experienced anything out of the norm, and basically it was normal. You know, really, it's one of those things. You be the judge, you know. It's really up to you if you want to believe it or not, but it's a very interesting topic. I mean, I could talk another, 9 minutes about this, but I'm going to wrap it up. That's about it. So thank you for viewing episode 4, Is It Real, episode 4, the Amityville Horror. And I want to announce now that I will be doing something special for Halloween. It is an Is It Real video. I do already have it planned what I'm going to be talking about. I'm not going to say what I'm going to be talking about, so you have to tune in October 31st, 2012. Most likely around midnight. So on October 31st at midnight, so right when it clicks over to Halloween, I'll be up. More than likely, and I will upload for you guys. So stay tuned for the Halloween special, and I will be doing other special videos for certain holidays, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's possibly, we'll see. I'm not promising all those other ones, but Halloween is set. I have a special video for you guys coming up. I hope you guys will join me and watch the Halloween special. Anyway, this is Keith Carnes. Thank you for viewing. Please rate, comment, and if you haven't done so already, you know what I'm going to say. Please subscribe. It would be a great help to get the channel bigger and bigger, and you guys have a great time. See ya.